Hello, Internet, and welcome to Saturday night's Star Power. Thank you for joining us this lovely Saturday evening. Wherever you might be, we are here to play some Overarms, a game by Rookie Jet Studios. In case you have missed the first few sessions of this game, we'll get you caught up to speed here in a second. But before we get going, we had our lovely little promo video that you just saw running on our before we got started here with all of the shows that we do throughout the week. Our next stream after this one, if you like what you see here tonight, will be tomorrow. That is Sunday. We're playing Monster of the Week. It's called Slang 101. Savannah runs it. It's been going for quite some time now. And it's a fun game. I'm there. Sid's there. RJ's been known to be there. And Savannah runs it. So that is 4 o'clock tomorrow. You should definitely join us for that. Otherwise, our schedule this week will be pretty much the usual, with a premiere on Thursday of the new Elegant Suffering season called Elegant Magics. Sid can tell you more about that. And yeah, it's going to be a fun week, so definitely join us for everything we've got going on. I'm going to let these people introduce themselves, talk about who they're playing tonight, and what they've got going on in their own lives. And we'll start out with Savannah.
It's me! I'm gonna make a formal request that the GM of this game shut his door, please. Because I can hear him in my ears and also through my microphone. Listen to my own. Thank you. Hello. I am Savvy, Matt Savvy Seaworth on the internets. That's where you can find me, mostly on Twitter. Pretty much when this channel is live, I'm here this coming week with 2 exceptions. I have 2 shows on twitch.tv/encounter roleplay, and it is finale week over there this coming week for a lot of us. So on Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be on Song of the Deep playing Dungeons and Dragons, playing my cleric who is obsessed with the moon and then just found out she's a part of it and that her god is her sister, and I don't know how to explain it. That's as far as I got. And she kissed a boy. So that's the thing. And it was great. And then on Wednesday, we're having the finale of the I Hunt game that I run over there. It's at 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's called Hustle and Claw. I run it. A bunch of wonderful friendly faces playing it. Our friend Morgan, Imaginatrix, plays in that game with me. So coming out with us on Wednesday night. But tonight, I am here. And because I am here, I am playing Piper, the ever-rising to the top pop star who believes you can never be overdressed and never wear too many cat ears. And yeah, her anima is Vega. He's a fighter. He's very loud and made of speakers mostly. And I also do the voice of Vespa, Vivi's anima, who's made of bees.
I think next on my list is RJ.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ here on the channel or on the interwebs, but you can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things of my life and sometimes stream with friends. Right now we're really into Red Dead Redemption Online. I want to be a cowboy, baby. You can catch me here on every other Saturdays as Yorha Vainglory during our Prince of the Apocalypse campaign. It's gotten wild. Theodosia's in the water and there are some zombie mind flayers. Dear Theodosia. You can catch me over at the Indoor Adventures channel on Mondays in our homebrew campaign as a Shatterkai wizard cleric who just went dark side with a few modified memories. Yeah, it's wild. Also, this Thursday, next Thursday, you can catch me here again for our Elegant Magics campaign, where I'm playing Jarvis Hawk, who's a bad man, a good man. We'll find out. And finally, tomorrow in the AM, you can catch me over at the Hype Goblins channel, where I play Rollin Granbrook. He's a medic. He's really tired of trying to save everyone. Please don't fight the goddamn... Oh god, what are we fighting? Giant ice snake thing that spits fire. Remoraz. That's the word.
Remoraz?
It's a Remoraz. But today I'll be playing Feng, and he's a fighty boy whose anima is Black Tortoise, which is a guardian. I also voice Omega.
Wonderful. Sid.
Hello, I am Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid. We have slowly but surely assimilated RJ, and yes, Danae, you are next, and all of that makes me very happy. I have fully been assimilated to GGK. I'm here a couple nights a week. I am very happy about it. It's not threatening in any way, I promise. The next time you'll see me is tomorrow on Sunday for Slang 101 Woot. And yes, we have the premiere. That's Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern. Is the debut of our season 2 of our Good Society game. We are utilizing the expanded acquaintances expansion pack for that. So it's all of the wonderful romantic goodness that we had in the first season, plus all of the shenanigans and magic. Yay! We had an amazing session 0 where we literally created what magic is. If you haven't checked it out, please do. It's on the YouTubes now, I believe. But yeah, come check that out on Thursday. But it's not Thursday. It is Saturday, and I'm here right now. Tonight, I am playing Penny. Penny, well, if Feng is a fighty boy, then Penny is a photography gal. And her anima is Omega. He's a big black hole that doesn't speak much, but we like him. And I also voice is a very strong word. I also voice Vega, which means I occasionally just yell hype man stuff and sing song lyrics. This is what they let me do here.
And last but certainly not least, Wings.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D. Tomorrow you can find me on the Indoor Adventure stream at, I believe, 9 Central Time. I'm going to be starting our Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden game. I'm going to be DMing, and I'm really excited about it. I hope to see you guys there. But tonight, I'm going to be playing as Vivian Coyle. Her thing is bees, and her anima is a bunch of bees named Vespa. But I will also be voicing Black Tortoise, who is Fang's anima.
Fantastic. And I am Sean at the Kraken King on Twitter. My full schedule's there. I'm here whenever we're live. On the subject of finale week, we do have the finale of Neon Souls coming up this Friday too. So join us for that season 1 finale of Neon Souls coming up this week. And then we'll have a brief hiatus on the following Friday, because I guess it's Christmas. Don't know how that happened. And then we'll be back on the 1st. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. Previously on Star Power, your team had completed successfully a heist through some quick thinking and ingenuity. You all escaped with your bounty in tow of the auction house with this demon contract that you've been asked to steal by David Constantine, the leader of the system. Vivi kind of led the charge on that, taking in full cat suit, took the contract and rollerbladed your way out of the auction house, barreling through some guards to do so, and successfully making your escape. Once you had all reconvened, you delivered the contract to one David Constantine, making the decision that it would be better to gain this access to this group than keeping this power out of their hands, not deeming it to be dangerous enough to warrant their ire. Upon completing your job, you were welcomed officially as members of the system. And they told you a little bit about their plan. Mr. Constantine advised that he comes, or is a descendant of a line of anima users that had been seeking to restore the powers of a group of ancient anima users that were long ago locked away, called the Zodiac. The Black Zodiac. We made some 13 Ghost references, talked about that, moved on. You decided to look into this as David Constantine said that he had needed 3 keys to unlock this power to release them. One of which was already in his possession. Another was being transported to was going to be transported to Miami, and it was going to be picked up by Delilah. The third, which is missing, was seen in a vision by Will, the keeper of, I can't say his fucking anima because I know I'm going to look at RJ and he's going to give me that look when I say that his anima Uranus decided had a vision of this key and saw it resting on the back of a turtle walking across the beach underneath the artist depiction of the night sky and the prominently displayed North Star. You recognizing the symbol returned, spoke to Grandpa, who told you that yes, the Feng's family has been tasked and has been holding on to one of the keys to imprison this ancient, malevolent group of anime users for thousands of years now. Deciding what to do with this information, you did a little bit of research. Penny found, I believe she was the one that located the Cairo exhibit, which had been recently donated to by Mr. Constantine, and where you believe this key to be located before its transport to Miami later in the week. And you also did some more research into the history of Feng's family, figuring out their connection to the Constantines. And we left off with Vivi working at a nightclub as part of one of her many jobs to make ends meet, tending bar, when out of the corner of your eye, approaching the bar, you saw a number of dark suited individuals, I believe 3 in specifically, that were approaching, one of which looked at you, a gentleman that you were had become acquainted with at the auction house, now sporting a bruise and a black eye from the blow that you had dealt him, stands across the bar and says, "Excuse me, ma'am. Do you mind if we speak with you?"
Actually, I've got like an hour left in my shift, so if you could wait around.
I'm afraid that we're going to have to insist.
You're gonna have to take it up with my manager because honestly, it's rush hour right now. We're really busy.
Right. You see him sort of pull the side of his jacket back, and you can see the gun holster kind of peeking out from underneath the jacket. And he says, "I'm gonna have to insist we step outside right now."
She glances down and looks back up at him. Can she tell if he can see her antenna?
He hasn't made any glances up at them. And hasn't really looked in that direction. Do you want to do something more like overt to see if? But hasn't, as far as you know, has not looked at your antenna or like acknowledged them in any way.
Yeah, okay. She'll twitch them a little bit and just give him some weird eyes.
Okay, you give him a weird expression while the antenna kind of twitch about a little bit. Neither he nor the two individuals standing behind him seem to acknowledge the twitching. He does acknowledge the weird eyes that you're giving, though, and looks slightly threatened.
Okay, listen, I really like this job. Let's just take this outside.
All right. Follow you. So
How far can she send a bee?
what's your range?
It's 18 meters.
So that would be the range that you can send a bee.
Can she leave a bee and go a vast distance?
I would say with your ability, I would say by spending an AP, you could leave a place that you've been before for communication purposes.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense to me that she wouldn't have a telepathic link with that bee if she was outside of her range. But can she leave a bee to be to basically say what happened if somebody comes along and she doesn't come back?
Yes, I would say that.
All right.
Yeah.
She's gonna do that. I think that she's going to reach into her pocket and try to surreptitiously leave her cell phone someplace, and leave a bee with the phone. I can explain my reasoning for this later, but that's what she's going to do.
Okay. Yeah, you leave that there. And you do you take them out through a back entrance or head out through the main entrance of the nightclub, or where do you lead them?
Yeah, I want to take them through a back entrance so that some coworkers can see her. These guys look pretty official, right? It definitely looks like she's gonna go and have a serious conversation with some cops, but she wants people to see her.
Okay. Yeah, you get a couple of glances, and there's probably a coworker that sees you leaving and looks at the now empty section of the bar and sees the people just kind of, I think they just mouth at you for not wanting to approach it. It says, "Everything okay?"
She gives him a really big grimace and just a thumbs up.
Okay. And just kind of holding back, but clearly a little freaked out right now, and maybe leans to one of your other coworkers and gestures and say, you see what's going on over there? And so as you leave, but you exit through this back entrance into this alleyway behind the nightclub, and the three suited people follow you. It's I would say, other than a couple of people down the alleyway that having some sort of conversation or down at the end of the alley, it's pretty much abandoned back here, and you could just hear the thumping of the bass inside the nightclub, and the one that that was speaking to you already kind of stepped back, while the woman that was behind him, who I don't think you saw previously, that was in the that was also there at the auction house, because I don't think she came to the back of the building, the one that got hung up by Piper, steps forward, and she just asks, "Where is it?"
I don't have it, if that's what you're asking.
Who does?
can I see some identification? Because I honestly, I feel like, I don't know who you are. And if you're cops, are you supposed to tell me if you're a cop? I think you're supposed to tell me.
We're not cops. Strictly speaking. As far as identification, she reaches in and she pulls out a slip of paper from her jacket. It's not an ID, but she hands it over to you. And it is a photocopy of a newspaper clipping. A very old newspaper clipping. Dated 1931. And there is a picture in this newspaper clipping of a crowd of people, one of which is circled and is familiar looking to you. She says, as far as identification, perhaps you should show me yours first. A cat scampers by in the alleyway. Mittens, the nightclub cat.
Oh my god. Okay.
I don't know exactly what I'm looking at here.
I think you do.
I mean, how much do you know exactly?
Enough.
If you know enough, you probably know more than I do.
I know that you and others like you possess abilities that we can't explain. And while I'd love to just take you in right now, I've been told to try to work with you, figure out what's going on. But I'm gonna need that item back.
Like I said, I don't have it. But if what you're saying is true, you're gonna have to talk to some other people. Because I sure as heck am not the person in charge here.
All right, give me a name.
His name is Constantine. And I don't work for him. Not really.
Constantine.
Yeah.
David Constantine?
Oh, you've heard of him.
Everyone. You're saying he's involved in this. He's like you.
She just kind of nods.
Yep. But like I said, I don't work for him. He's up to some nasty business. And my guys, we have kind of infiltrated his group. And we're a little in over our heads.
What's he asking you to do?
Well, this was the first thing. We had to steal this thing to gain his trust.
All right. So you delivered this item to him.
Yeah.
Are you meeting again?
Oh, yeah.
When's the next meeting?
I don't know. When is the next meeting?
You don't have one scheduled yet.
Oh.
I don't know.
All right. When you know, call me.
Do you have a number or something? Do I
She
just
reaches
call
in
the
again.
operator or?
She reaches in again and pulls out a card, which she hands across to you. She. I'm trying to think what would actually be on the card. I think it is just it's a black card with a silver like symbol on it that looks like a set of like crosshairs, and on the back is just a phone number with a Miami area code.
This doesn't have a company name written on it. Are you like FBI, CIA? Are you hiring?
No. We'll see. Give me a call once you know the next meeting.
Okay.
We'll be in touch. She turns with the other two. The one guy with the bruise sort of eyeing you a little bit angrily as the other two walk away, and just kind of bites his lip and turns around following her.
Frozen peas. You're gonna want to put some frozen peas on that. No hard feelings.
He just stops for a moment and then keeps walking.
Vivi goes back to work.
Okay. You head back to work. Everybody else is doing research. Do we just anything else this evening that you do, or meet up the next day? I know Feng and Piper are back at the North Star, and Penny is.
We
off
found
an
some
internet
stuff.
cafe. Yeah, you did.
I think we were just watching a movie.
Yeah. Partway through, Feng is gonna stand up and rifle through one of the old trunks and find an ornate incense burner for the passing on ritual.
Yes.
Yeah. He's just set it down on the table and not look at the movie anymore, just contemplating how much this might suck.
We can watch something
Yeah.
else.
Oh, it's fine.
What is that?
So when Grandpa bequeathed Black Tortoise on me, there was some rituals involved, and we used this incense burner. Might try it tonight, might try it tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling.
Okay. I was just making sure you weren't doing like a weird version of like the lighting candles thing that guys like to do sometimes.
This isn't 16 candles.
You have no imagination. So is it gonna be like weird? Is this something you need help with? I am not 100% on what's happening, if I'm being totally honest.
I'm like
Which is probably
12
surprising.
I'm like 12% sure of what's happening right now, and that's like a working plan.
No. No, that's okay.
I might be out of commission for a while. The first time around sucked real bad.
Yeah.
That's a problem for future me. Godzilla versus Rodan.
Okay.
pop that on.
All right. Anything else for this evening?
Penny is researching flights to and from Cairo and also to and from Jerusalem.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a roll or anything there. You're researching this you find a couple of flights coming in throughout the week. Are you looking for commercial flights, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. We started trying to like hack into like trying to find like private flight manifests and things like that. We can maybe get into a role there, but
Actually, yes, because there was a thing that was popular in the early 2000s. It was this thing where you could see if someone's private jet was needing to be flown back somewhere else. And if it happened to be leaving where you were and going somewhere near where you wanted to go, you could get it at a discount. So she's going to look at those too.
okay.
Fun. A full fun.
Yeah, I'm debating what I think this is just an intellect roll. Hey.
Hey, I get to roll. Unroll. This is going to be fun.
You do.
Here we go. So I do that. And I roll. It's a 7.
Nice. We're using roll today, guys. I don't know if we said that to the stream. New service out there just got kickstarted. They're working on it. It's their early access right now. Check it out. It's kind of fun. But yeah, 7. Yeah, you are able to. So you look at private flights that you can book for a discount heading from Miami back to
That general area. Yeah, sure. And then maybe you get like a cheaper flight, like, you know.
Yeah. You find some later in the week.
Okay.
Is your purpose here are you trying to identify which flight is coming in that this item is going to be on, that this key might be on, or
yes, and also if there's something earlier that we could catch to go take this thing first.
Gotcha. So to your first question, I think you identify a couple of flights that could match your description later in the week. You might have to narrow it down further, but you get a couple of flight numbers that could match what that could be the one that is like chartered to bring this item. As far as your second question, you do locate some options for earlier in the week. You could get one sooner that would get you in the general area. You might have to might be landing in an airstrip kind of further out where you're going to have to figure out transport to the city, to Cairo from there. So might have to do a little bit of plane hopping or something else, or you can get one a little bit later in the week, kind of is a little bit closer on your timetable.
But would go directly into Cairo.
Would go directly into Cairo, yeah.
Cool. She's gonna call her mom. Yeah.
Okay. How late is it right now?
probably fairly late. Like I'm
Yeah.
assuming what's it called? User Noodles is like a 24-hour sitch. Okay.
Yeah. You call it. It probably rings. It goes to voicemail. Then you hang on, call again, and that time it answers, and with a kind of a sleepier tone, your mother answers, says, "Hello."
Hi, Mom. Can I have $750?
Hi, sweetie. For what?
It's for a mini exchange program.
Okay. And this is... Is this urgent? Can we talk about this?
It's for later this week.
An exchange program later this week.
Yep.
It's the middle of a semester. What do you mean? Honey, what's really going on?
I want to go to Egypt.
Why do you want to go to Egypt?
There's something really cool that I want to take a picture of.
Okay. Listen, you know that I support your photography as much as I can, and
It's really important, Mom.
Make a charisma roll. It's gonna be a fairly high DC asking your mom.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Target number asking your mom for $750 at 1:00 in the morning.
No, it's true. Okay. Here we go. 2.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna do it. She just says, "Listen, Penny, we can talk about this tomorrow. Give me another call when the sun's up. I don't have that money right now for plane tickets, but maybe next summer, if there's something you really want to do, we can make that work if that's really important to you. But we'll talk about it, okay?"
Okay.
Plus, you're gonna have to get a passport, and it's gonna be a thing. You can't just go at the spur of the moment, okay?
Okay.
Right. Get some sleep.
Sorry I woke you up.
It's all right. Just take care of yourself. We'll talk tomorrow, all right?
All right. Love you, Mom.
I love you too. She hangs up.
Mom doesn't know I've already got my passport.
So that phone conversation in the books. You all find your way home. I assume. Vivi, are you still not sleeping tonight?
No, especially
Okay.
not tonight. Oh my
Especially
god.
not. All right. The rest of you rest, recuperate, rejuvenate. When's our next scene in the following day? Like, are you guys waiting till later in the day where the rest of you are working and going to class and stuff earlier and then meeting up later, or do you guys try to meet up or reconvene first thing to share your information?
Does anybody remember where Vivi's staying nowadays? Is it
It's over at
With
Penny's
Penny,
place.
right?
Nice
Henry,
place.
right?
all right? And like nobody, no, Penny's parents aren't there anymore.
No. Yeah. It's basically like she and her dad stay there, but basically like in order to help her like get out on her own, they rented her a place, and so yeah, her dad's never there.
Okay. Did like Penny hang out with the rest of the group like until late
Nah.
at night, or just went
No,
home?
she stayed at the user noodle till like probably 2, realized what time it was, and went home.
Okay. I think that after Penny gets up in the morning, she realizes coffee's already been made. And like there is just like she gets up and hears static from the television. And Vivi's just sitting on the couch, kind of like staring at the like sort of dozing and also staring at the static of the television. And when she walks in after getting up in the morning, Vivi just goes,
You ever feel like you don't belong?
Without a hesitation, all the time.
She looks at you for a long moment, and Vivi's usually really upbeat and stuff, and she just looks kind of sad. Then she puts that smile back on and offers you some coffee.
You've been drinking a lot of coffee. Like a lot of coffee.
It's what gives me all my buzz.
Do you sleep?
Sometimes.
Did you sleep last night?
A little.
How much is a little?
Enough.
How much is enough?
Drinks coffee.
My mom said everyone has like a sleep threshold that they have to make. For some people, they get lucky and it's maybe like 5 or 6 hours, but some people it's more like 9 to 10 hours. I'm somewhere in the middle, about 7.5 to 8. How much sleep did you get last night?
I don't really keep track. I just
You
kind of-
probably should because like you fall asleep sometimes.
I'll take that under advisement. We're gonna be late.
Okay.
Oh gosh, look at my wrist. We're gonna be late.
All right. Meeting at the North Star. Piper, did you go home that night, or did you sleep over at
crash?
the North Star?
I was gonna say she probably fell asleep halfway through the second movie because reading it took a lot out of her.
Yeah, she would have woke
Fair.
up with a blanket on her.
Do you have coffee?
Pot's upstairs.
Cool.
We've got a spare toothbrush in the bathroom too. It's yellow. It's new.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
Just write your name on it.
Goes to
What?
brush her teeth.
Grandpa just yelling from the other room. Is she out of my chair yet?
Yep.
Right. Front of the store needs sweeping.
Well, don't get too comfortable because after that we've got business.
Yeah. He comes in, immediately sits down after Piper gets up and puts on his show, his late morning shows.
Sorry,
Days
Grandpa.
of our life.
Eventually, Penny and Vivi, I assume you guys make your way to the store, and the bell rings over the door as Feng, you finish up your sweeping, and Penny and Vivi stroll in.
Hey, whoa. Vivi, did you get any sleep last night?
You got enough.
Ah.
So we probably have to go to Egypt.
Okay, why?
Because that's where the pyramid thing is.
Well, Constantine said that it's en route here.
It will be by the end of this week. It's probably one of these 3 or 4 flights. I'm not really sure, but I can narrow it down a little bit more. But if we took one of these 2 other flights, we could get there before it and we could take it instead.
Can
Right.
we just wait till it gets here?
Once it gets here, statistically speaking, it's going to be around more people that probably have animas too. But if we take it while we're there, then it's probably just under like regular people's surveillance, and we're more likely to be able to steal it.
My main concern is, one, Delilah's anima can teleport her, and two, if we go missing and Constantine needs us for anything, then how can we explain we're not here in Cairo? It's a good plan.
You really flipped on the crime thing really fast.
Well, it's really bad if he gets it, right?
Yep.
I guess.
So it's not really a crime, right?
It's more like a Robin Hood situation. You're doing crime to do good, is how I'm gonna justify this one.
Is that not what we were already doing? Why did I do crimes?
To ingratiate us with some bad people so that we could gain their trust and then make sure they didn't do bad things.
Good word.
Which one?
Ingratiate.
Oh,
This is why I never slow down enough to think.
I just don't.
slow down or think?
Both.
Oh,
Coffee? Anyone?
Please.
I do not
So you-
understand how Grandpa sits in that chair for so long.
Uses the recline feature.
Obviously. My back is killing me.
It's perfectly molded to his body.
he yells in the other room. It fits my back perfectly.
Oh, your back's old.
The chair is like bowed out like that. It's terrible. His back is just a mess. So you pour a pot of coffee, all sitting in your planning room upstairs in the North Star. Grandpa watching TV, sharing some of the information that you guys have. Penny tells you about the flights. We can continue with that divulging of information unless there's anything you guys want to keep secret.
Hey, Mr. Grandpa,
Please, Grandpa's fine.
how many people, know about us?
What do you mean?
How many people know that animas exist, aside from the people who have animas?
Huh.
Because you don't have an anima.
Not anymore, but I did.
But are there more people like you?
Depends, right? Our family does things a little differently.
Yeah, not everything functions the way we do. So we're sort of an exception. I mean, I don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't know how many people tell their friends and family when they find out they've got abilities like this. From my experience, not many.
So,
Most people either keep their nose clean or don't tell anyone, or they do bad shit and they don't tell anyone,
Well, yeah, who'd believe you?
right?
you're right. But theoretically, if people did know, would that be a bad thing?
Well, I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but I sure as hell don't want anyone knowing, or wouldn't want anyone knowing, that I had supernatural powers.
What if they already do?
I mean, I guess hope they don't turn you in.
To who?
I don't know.
Are there
Like I
anima
said, I'm not
police?
really. No. I mean,
I thought we were the anima police.
Oh, man.
But who
She's right,
polices the anima police?
There's anima police?
We are the Anima Police.
You should have told me that before I did crimes!
No, there aren't any. We're the ones that sort of deal with, I mean, there may be other people. Like, okay, let's backtrack. How much
I feel
coffee
like
did you drink
we're
today?
more like an anima militia.
Sure.
Is that not the same
Anima
thing?
vigilantes.
Okay.
But no, there. Like I said, I don't think there's any, black hat government conspiracy group that monitors anima use. That
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
What?
She's gonna take out the business card and throw it on the table.
what's that?
Is that an anima?
So, you remember those guys that were doing security at the auction house?
The ones that you beat up?
Uh-huh. Yeah, they came and visited me at my job last night.
Oh,
Oh.
Are you okay?
Yeah, sure.
You don't seem okay.
Oh, you know what? I get that a lot. Honestly, I'm a little bit scared. I don't know who these people are or what they want.
What did they say?
They wanted to know where the scroll went.
And
I told them that Constantine wanted it.
cool.
and
They told me the next time I met with him to call them.
And she flips it over to show the phone number.
Cool. I sort of thought we weren't telling anybody.
well, they came to Vivi, so technically she didn't tell anyone.
I mean, no, wait. Hold on. What you just said doesn't make any sense.
Can you
Yes.
explain it to me? Because it doesn't make any sense to me either.
Because she did tell somebody.
True. Okay, you know what? Scratch whatever I'm saying. I'm gonna get more coffee because I am not fully awake enough for this.
I left some Red Bull in the fridge.
Tempting.
Okay, bring me one.
Comes back with 2 cans.
Okay, so I don't even know what to ask. Here is the thing. Cops, anima cops, government agency, assassins, maybe. What if they want to kill him? Is he important enough to be assassinated? Or is
Well-
it that just murder?
I don't know. They
I
seemed
don't-
really concerned when they found out that Constantine was an anima user.
So they knew who he was?
Yeah?
Great. Cool.
He is a multi-millionaire philanthropist. A lot of people know who he is.
I mean, that's fair.
Would it be beneficial to set up a meeting with them prior to meeting with Constantine to see what they actually want? Given if we give them a time and location, they might just come in guns blazing and, shoot first, ask questions never.
Yeah, I would love to not get shot.
They do have guns. They've got lots of guns.
Yeah.
We don't know who these people are or what they want.
I mean, they want David Constantine.
They also seem really nervous about anima users.
Did any of them have anima?
Not that I could see. Unless their anima were guns.
I feel like we've already talked about this.
Feng's gonna grab the card off the table
Are you going to call them?
Yep.
And say what?
Set up a meeting.
Shouldn't Vivi do it? Because they know that she's an anima user?
And she's better.
They don't know you.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere public, but not too public.
She should call too. You don't want to give them your voice or your location.
Yeah, I was thinking about going to a payphone and hand the card over to Vivi. User Noodle sounds good. Private booth.
We are eventually going to get arrested there. I feel like it's an inevitability at this point.
Do you want to buy the place, Piper?
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. Probably could.
I like User Noodle.
Then it would technically be private property.
Can you not get arrested on private property?
If you own the property, I don't think so.
You'd need a warrant.
I'll call my dad.
Fucking buy User Noodle.
Real estate.
My mom says real estate is a very good investment opportunity.
Obviously leave the management the same. I wouldn't have to run it.
Hey, so are you gonna buy User Noodle before or after this meeting?
How long does it take to buy a business?
Depends on how the paperwork gets sorted.
My mom said something about escrow being a son of a bitch. That's all I
Okay.
know.
Probably after.
Okay. So what do I tell them? Because they said not to call them. Well, they didn't say not to call them.
What exactly did you tell them?
Very little, actually.
I'm impressed.
Well, they don't seem to know a lot already. Yeah, I just told them about Constantine and that we didn't really work for him.
And that he has the scroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
If none of them had animas, then how did they know that you were an anima user?
I don't know. Maybe we can ask them that.
I mean, the NSA knows basically everything about everybody, so...
Say the guy who you actually work for wants to set up a meeting.
Okay.
I mean, it's technically true. You do technically work for me, and I do want to meet these people. It's not a lie.
Okay.
Vivi's gonna go to a payphone.
Several blocks away.
Just stands outside.
Penny puts on a telephoto lens and is like several blocks away, just like looking around, making sure no one like descends on the pay booth.
All right. Beep boop boop bop, boop boop beep.
All right, you call the the number, and the phone rings a couple times. Then it goes to like an automated system that goes, "Thank you for calling the Agency for Information Management. For Sally Anderson, press 1. For Arthur Boyle, press 2." And it goes off, begins to go off a list of people, just like
Was I given a name?
you weren't. No.
Well, this is
And then it
useless.
finally goes, "For the operator, press 0."
Oh, this is comforting to Vivi. She presses 0.
You press 0. It beeps or rings a few times, and the operator picks up. Operator, how may I direct your call?
Hi, this is Vivian Coyle. I was told to call this
One
number.
moment. Before you even finish your sentence, and the phone clicks again and rings a few more times. And then you hear like a dial tone and some other routing as well, and then a few more clicks, and then the line picks up.
I'm getting fucking traced.
And the voice on the other end says, "I wasn't expecting a call so soon."
Yeah. First of all, we don't have a meeting with Constantine. Second of all,
Why are you calling?
because the guy that I actually do work for wants to talk to you.
Are they like you?
Yeah. You might have assumed that.
Right. All right, let's set up a meeting.
Okay, do you know where User Noodle is?
Hold on. There's some clicking on the other end. On 35th and 3rd, just off of Ocean Avenue.
Yeah, that's the one.
Right.
Yeah, so
I see you doing it. There's lots of Ocean Avenues. We live in Florida. They're all over the oh god damn it.
But there's only one User Noodle on an Ocean Avenue.
so yeah, meet us there at like I don't know, it's like 2:30 okay for you?
2:30 Eastern time. All right. Yeah, I'll be there.
All right, awesome. Oh shoot, I never know what to say here.
You can just hang up. That's...
Without saying goodbye? That sounds awful rude.
The phone clicks on the other end.
See you later. Oh,
Thank you, Vespa. Click.
we tried. See you later.
Aw, you're so sweet.
Yeah, so we're good for 2:30. Let's do this.
All right. Vivi comes back in, tells you about the meeting. Any things before we're cutting straight to the meeting with the
What time is it?
Black Hat Government Agency. We'll say it. Well, Piper's awake, so it's after 10. We'll say it's noon.
I had a manicure at 1. Ugh, it's fine. I'll move it.
A nice 3:30 manicure.
I guess.
It'd be really convenient because then you can have an excuse to leave. So like, oh no, we're gonna miss our manicure. She's got an appointment.
Oh my god, true. You're so smart.
Okay.
Hi, Polly, I need to reschedule for 3:30.
Roll a charisma check. They're double booked all through the rest of the week. I'm just kidding. We're not rolling for that. You do it. You're Piper.
4.
Okay.
Just wanted to hit the button. I haven't got to do it yet.
3:45.
No, that's fine. I'll tip extra.
Have to kick Miss Johnson out of her chair, but she'll be fine. She's
That's
65.
Fine. She sits there for half an hour too long anyway. Your toes are dry, Karen. You can leave. You wear flip-flops anyway.
Okay.
You can't let me keep going. I'll just keep going.
That may be the realest thing that you've said.
There's only so many dryers, okay?
You're right here.
You 2:30 rolls around. You're all sitting in User Noodle. Are you eating or are you just sitting there and waiting?
Does User
Just
Noodle
trying to
have
set the
private
scene.
booths
Um
for like LAN parties? Hey, it's a thing.
I
It-
like the
yeah.
big quotes, though.
It is
For
a
like
thing.
LAN parties.
No, it is a thing, and I'm
They're
thinking
doing
about
something
it, and that would be an
suspicious.
incredibly convenient. Yeah, I mean, I think so. Could be something they'd be ready for. This is a accessible, welcoming environment for computer geeks of all kind. So yeah,
Gotta play Counter-Strike Source somewhere.
Oh, God.
they are the the host says, yeah, actually, yeah, we just had an opening. We had it booked, but it was canceled sort of last minute. So yeah, I'll take you back there. He takes you back to sit at the booth, and as he does, you can see that there's already somebody sitting in the back. This same woman with dark hair pulled back into a ponytail. Looks to be like early 30s, fairly young. Who you spoke with last night, Vivi. She never gave you a name, but she's sitting there by herself, sunglasses resting on the table in front of her. And as the host comes around and says, "Oh, ma'am, I'm sorry. We do this by reservation only. You're gonna have to leave."
Feng
I've
will
got
just
another
hold his
party."
hand up. She's part of our party.
Right. Next time, make sure you ask before you seat. Just
Sorry.
great.
She's really excited to get this going.
Fantastic. I'll leave you to it. As you sit down, she kind of shifts to the side so you guys can all sit sort of across from her, and she doesn't seem too eager to sit next to any of you. She looks you all over in turn. So, which one's your boss?
I'm gonna take an aura reading of this bitch.
We all point at different people.
You all point to each other.
Feng
Okay,
quits of it
you-
himself.
Yeah, you can spend the an AP to do an aura reading. I'm trying to think what you get off of people that aren't anima users.
I think they don't highlight at all.
They don't. Okay,
Yeah.
I was just curious. Yeah, she does not give off any aura, other than the aura that you're getting from her of professionalism and intensity.
Cool. Polite introduction, Trinity.
Did Matrix even come out yet?
1999.
Yeah,
bitch.
99. That's actually the most timely reference you could make. I haven't seen it.
It came out 3 years ago.
I haven't seen it.
There are people who haven't read Tolkien.
Who?
Who?
I know that one.
Right.
Sorry.
So do you have a name? Because you're creeping me out.
You can call me L.
Like the letter, or like with an E at the beginning of it? Like the name?
letter.
Cool.
Then you've obviously seen Men in Black.
No, I haven't.
That came out 5 years ago.
Oh my god, was it 5 years ago?
Yeah.
So old.
I
So-
apologize.
I was
but,
expecting an older group.
Oh well. Who are you and what do you want?
Right. Like I said, you can call me L.
Like the letter.
I assume your friend here has, gesturing towards Vivi, has told you a little bit. If we're meeting.
She said you were really scary and that you asked too many questions. So what do you want?
I want to work with you. I want you to work with me.
Okay, honey, a lot of people want to work with me. You're going to have to be more specific.
Right.
Are you going to
I
carry
know-
Piper's equipment?
You, gesturing towards Penny, be quiet for a moment. The rest of you, I assume you have abilities, like this one. My job is to handle people with abilities like you have. Now, none of you have ended up on any... Well, you haven't ended up on any list that would require this conversation to be held in a more secure location.
Looking at Vivi, I told you it was fine.
What do you have to do to get on that list?
A lot of bad things, I assume.
More than what you did at the auction house the other night.
The auctioneer, is he working with you?
Yes. He's a little irritated.
Sorry.
I'll send him a fruit basket.
Either way, he hasn't been the most helpful. But it seems like you have connections. Connections to people and groups that are on our list.
What do you want with David Constantine?
I don't know yet. I don't know what he's involved in. All I know is since I learned that he is involved last night, a lot of things are beginning to make sense. He has a lot of connections to a lot of people that we are looking for.
So you don't even
For
know what he's
example-
doing. He's just on a list of people who know people on another list. So
You should also stop talking. She reaches into her coat and she pulls out a couple of photographs. She lays down 3 photographs in front of you. One you recognize as immediately as Delilah, looking a little bit younger, wearing military fatigues. The other you recognize, you haven't really spoken to them much, but you do remember this person identified to you as Julius, sort of a olive-skinned Greek gentleman who had his anima Venus. And the third is Sally. Lays the 3 down and says, right, these people are on that list. And in cross-referencing some of their activities, noticing some connections between them and Constantine's business holdings.
If we are going to work with you, I'm going to need a little bit more information besides you basically looking out for people like us. And I can trade you some information for that.
Right. I can't tell you everything. I can't tell you 99% of everything. But what
You
I
haven't
can
really
tell
told
you,
us much at all, so I don't imagine that would be a very high percentage.
she just stares at you for a long time. Right. I work for a special division of the United States government that handles people like you.
All right, that's something.
Great. My job is to keep people like this, gesturing to the 3 pictures on the table, from getting people out there hurt, killed, brainwashed, mind controlled, turned inside out, diced up into small pieces. I've seen a lot.
Well,
Have you seen any anima that were guns?
do you have any anima users on your side, or is it all just...
A few. Not many. Seems like most of the people, like yourselves, aren't showing off their powers, or using it to do things like I just described. So, aren't a lot of good ones out there.
Maybe the good ones aren't showing off because if they did, someone would shoot them.
Maybe they're smart enough to keep this all to themselves. Either way, we have a couple that we work with. Not enough. Because whatever these abilities are that you have, we've limited means of tracking them.
Have you done your research on the ones that you have on your side?
Yeah. Refer to this as anima, I guess. Entities, I don't really know. It's a lot of nonsense to me. Either way, these powers, I guess, only you can see them, identify them.
All right. In the case
That's
I
why
need
I
to
need
get,
your help.
sorry. In the case that I need to get into contact with any of these other anima users on your side,
I don't have any in the city. Like I said, we're spread pretty thin.
preaching to the choir. Little tidbit, my family does what you do, just on a smaller scale. And since you're willing to share that much with us, he'll push Delilah's photo forward, escorting a plane out of Cairo.
When?
Sometime this week.
Do you have a flight number?
All I heard was what I heard.
Can you get it?
There are 3 or 4 possibilities. I did the research earlier this week. Next time you meet with us, you might want to talk to a psychoanalyst about something called devaluation. My mom deals with it with a lot of her patients. It's when you treat the value of others as less than as a defense mechanism. You're basically a textbook example of it.
I'm not sure if I like you or not.
A lot of people tell me that.
Pulls out a folder from the side that she got the photos out of, and brings out a notepad, slides it across with a pen to you. Flight numbers.
Please.
Please.
Gives the real ones this time.
She takes them. Right. I'll look into this. Plane from Cairo. Do you know what they're carrying? They got to be transporting something.
Feng thinks for a moment.
Drugs, weapons.
Something important to my family.
Okay, so more...
Nonsense that you don't believe in anyway.
Right. Magic nonsense. Great. Like the scroll thingy.
Something like that.
Fantastic. Okay.
If you need a consultant on this case, you can...
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'll track down these flights. Figure out which one's connected to Constantine. I'm gonna need your help on this one, though.
Don't consultants get paid?
We'll talk about that later.
The government can provide a modest compensation for your efforts in assisting in this matter.
Oh wait, there was an airfield that Constantine said. Right?
Sid's going back to her notes. Airstrip flight plan to Constantine's house. Yes.
One of the flights is booked to Constantine's house. That's probably what we're need to aim for.
She's escorting it from
From the
the airfield to Constantine's residence in Miami. I don't remember if he said the airfield. that it was coming into.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. For some reason, Harrison Airfield's stuck in my head.
But we
Yeah.
know where it's going to end up.
Right. Well, like I said, I'm going to need your help on this because I can't. If this is magic, what's it? Only people like you can see that kind of stuff. So
Okay, well,
My
you are
gun's
going to
only gonna
have
do
to
so
let
good.
us, like, talk and ask questions at some point.
You're very rude. Has anyone ever told you that?
Yeah, all the time. Okay, we got off on the wrong foot then. Talk, ask questions.
We could set up a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we could set up a sting, get the location of where it's getting dropped off from Constantine, propose ourselves as bodyguards for it. Say the agency ambushes us there. One of us gets in the plane, grabs it, and goes.
I feel like I'd be really good at that.
Yeah?
It's not
All
just
right.
because it's called a sting.
I can get clearance for the operation and a couple of agents. I have a few in the city that are working with me. I can run the flight plans, manifests, see who booked the flights, try to run that against Constantine's holdings, figure out which one it's coming in at. I can get you into the airfield with agents as backup. See if we can run interference on this. Get whatever it is before it gets in a car.
My only concern is Delilah's ability is teleportation. She could get reinforcements there really quick. And they have a full crew of 9.
Okay.
Well,
Again, that
8
explains a
now.
lot. So you know what she can do. You've seen her
A
do whatever she
modicum
does.
of
She
what
moves
can
from
do.
place to place in a giant mouth.
It's equally as disturbing to see it up close as to hear it.
It very much creeped me out.
Right. The other two. Do you know them?
We've met Sally. Don't know what she can do.
She makes a big black thing of armor with some scales in it.
Mm-hmm. Like a big warrior.
Okay. And the other one?
Julius makes a big vapor. It's kind of pretty.
I don't think we know what it does.
We haven't seen what it does, though.
All right. Thanks for the information. And again, I need everything I can. Okay. I'll run the flights. See if I can get that. I'll expect my call later today. Is there a number I can reach you at?
The V cell phone?
Vivi will push forward a business card.
A business card?
A business card. It has
Say it
a,
has like little decals of bees on it.
yes.
Oh.
She takes it, looks it over. Cute. All right. Expect my call later today. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna leave now.
You can just say bye.
All right. Puts on her shades. Bye.
Bye.
Scoots out of the booth. Gets up.
We'll talk to you later, Elle.
She's like Carrie
She
Ann
kind of
Moss
comes
if
back
Carrie
for a
Ann
minute.
Moss was a 5.5.
She comes back for a second. She lowers her glasses. This all stays between us. I assume that was implied, by the way. You don't tell anyone about the agency. You don't tell anyone about me, okay? Or else you end up in one of those secure facilities. Just had to say that. We'll talk soon.
Who
Only if
would
you
we
don't
tell?
anyone about us?
That's the plan. And she leaves.
Like I said.
You don't think me
5.5.
telling you don't think me telling you guys counts for that, do you?
I don't think so.
She didn't really seem to care about what we could do. And I don't know if I should be concerned about that or not.
Be
I think
concerned.
she vastly underestimates us because we're young.
Vivi looks over her shoulder.
And we're going to take our break there while we figure out what you guys are going to do in the aftermath of all of this. So thank you out there for watching. We'll be back real soon to finish out the rest of our session. So stay tuned and see you in a minute. Welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us on our break. We are back to play some more Overarms, and we're just going to jump right back into it. So, Elle, the enigmatic Karen Moss-looking special agent, has left the building. You guys are in the back private room of User Noodle, faking a LAN party to discuss what your next step will be. So yeah, we're just gonna pick up right at that beat.
All right.
So are we going to talk to the system and tell them that we should be bodyguards for when the thing comes in?
Well, so here's my question. Only 3 of them are on this list, right? Delilah, Sally,
Julius.
I mean, what if the rest of them are fine? Like, what if David doesn't know that they're assholes? Apparently, it's not like knockoff Carrie Ann Moss would tell us what they did. So,
Well, they didn't know that Constantine was an anima user. But when they found out that Constantine was an anima user, they were really worried about him.
well, they seem really worried about all anima users is the thing, and I mean, like, that's not fair.
Except for us. She wasn't worried about us at all.
Didn't Mercury say that the system wanted to wipe out all normal people?
I don't remember that happening.
I mean, Mercury seemed a little bit off his rocker. And Sally doesn't seem to think that way.
No, but Sally obviously thinks some kind of way that's got her on some kind of list.
Or she did something that got her on some sort of list.
Is Sally lying to us?
Who knows at this point?
I'm just saying, like, what if it's not all of them?
Claudia might know.
New girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she's super new, then maybe there's stuff they haven't told her either.
Hmm. Who wants to talk with Claudia?
I mean, she seemed to really like Vivi, so.
Oh yeah, we really hit it off.
I'm just really worried, like, what? I don't know. Like, if we go in with Elle and whatever this organization is or whatever, and what if we turn over a bunch of people that haven't done anything?
That's a moral dilemma I'm gonna have to live with and think about over the next few days.
I mean, we haven't necessarily talked to them about Mercury and Keanu.
Right.
Why don't we talk to them then? Not the scary ones, but the other ones. Like Claudia. Will seemed really nice. He made really cool pictures.
Okay. I guess I could talk to Claudia about Mercury and Keanu.
Can I talk to Will?
Yeah.
Let's try to minimize how much information we give away when we're talking with them. We don't want to spill the beans and say, hey, we're going to be working with some third party to come and take down David Constantine.
Oh, no, of course not. Listen, I am like deep undercover with these guys. They don't even know my real name.
That's true. So we'll just be really careful.
I think I already gave Will my email address. He made pictures of the other thing that told him where the other pyramid was that they found, and he said he was going to send it to me.
Was that him or was that David? Because doesn't David have them?
David has photos of them. Will originated them.
Has the real ones, right.
Maybe I could ask him if I could see it in real life.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe he could show me his anima too.
How it works.
Yeah. Or at least what it looks like.
All right.
Should you guys be trying to get us jobs on guard detail then?
I think that might give away something if we say, hey, let's be the guards for this thing, and then suddenly get stormed during like an operation.
He probably won't trust us to do it anyway. We literally just got here like 2 days ago.
About a week
Or whatever.
ago.
Okay, a week ago. It's not very long to know somebody.
So we're going to go in secret then.
I think we have to.
Okay.
I haven't seen my anima yet. I could go incognito.
Yeah.
My anima doesn't come out unless they're not going to remember something anyway.
Still, there's gonna be a lot of danger, Penny.
I'm going to go talk to Will.
All right. Vivi, I can count on you for Claudia.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay, so Vivi's gonna get in contact with Claudia. Penny's gonna get in contact with Will.
And what am I supposed to be doing?
Want to research some more? Or do you want to go with either one of them and provide some of your charismatic charm?
I don't know. I mean, do you want my help?
I'd love your help. I want to see if these two would like it better.
What do you think? Penny, Vivi, you got it? I just get worried because like sometimes it works, but then sometimes people find it a little intimidating.
You gotta talk to Sally. She really likes you.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Well, I'll come by later.
Okay, so we got 3 conversations and some research going on.
Research.
Not to make anything complicated or anything, Sean.
No, I got this. Feng, what are you doing actually before I?
Heading back to the North Star to try out this ritual.
Okay, yeah, we're doing that too. All right, so we got 4 conversations that we're doing. Let's do. Let's do the one with Vivi first, and Claudia. I think, yeah. That's where I want to start. So I'm just going to assume that you guys have traded numbers with some of these people, especially since Vivi, you spoke with Claudia before. So do you send up give her a call and try to meet her somewhere?
Yeah, I'm gonna invite her out for drinks.
Okay. All right. Where specifically? Do you have an idea in mind, or just any old bar? I guess club, bar, restaurant.
I'm gonna say a club, but we get there early enough that it's not super hopping.
Okay.
I say this like I know clubs.
You roll into the club at 9 o'clock. It's the earlier DJ is on. He's not as good. It's kind of some more casual. There's one guy that's really dancing very hard on the dance floor, probably on something. You ignore that and you see Claudia at standing at a table just off of the bar. She's wearing a pink and green hoodie. I think she was wearing that before, and has her hair sort of done up with these beads along the side, kind of glistening in the club neon lights, and she's drinking a beer as you approach, and she holds it up, says, "Sup? I need some club music here. Hold on. Do I have anything?" Hold, please. I don't think why don't I add club music to this playlist? Okay, we'll just go with something like this.
I know Mr. McLeod has some.
That's probably a little... No, not that one. Sure, I'll go with this until it turns into something I don't like. All right. She holds up. She says, "Hey, what's up?"
Oh, hey. Looks like it's a real rub here. You check out Oliver Twist over there?
And she points at the guy that's dancing.
He seems like he's on a real toot.
Yeah, I thought he was the weirdest thing here for a while.
Sorry. Fuck. Okay.
She says, okay. Maybe we didn't go off on the right foot. You're a little odd, but I'm trying to keep this isn't the kind of music. I'm going to find something that works.
Fucking
But
Top Gun over here.
I know, it got real. I'll find something, but I'll stick with this. Yeah, she says, so I was a little surprised when you called. I'm guessing this is kind of like a newbie thing, and you're wanting to get to know me because I'm kind of I guess I'm kind of your senior with the group, so show you the ropes, that sort of thing.
Senior. Sure.
And she's 18. She can't be even 21 yet.
You're not drinking of age.
She's not.
Vivi sees nothing strange about this. She's gonna sit down and order herself whatever Claudia has.
Okay, it's a nondescript bottle of beer, since we don't have those branding rights. So what's up?
I just wanted to get to know you, is all. You seem like a real bear cat, so just
What's a bear? Did you just call me a bear?
No, a bear cat. Never heard of that?
What's a bear cat?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hung out with a lot of people who used a certain vocabulary, and I'm starting to get the idea that like that's not really working here.
Right. Okay. I can understand that. Maybe there's just kind of like a language barrier here that we need to bridge.
Something like that.
Something like that. Okay. So you want to know more about me? Well, I mean, you know my name. You know that I have kind of the same thing that you do. This power.
Is it the same though? Because mine is bees, and I don't really even know what yours does.
Yeah. No, I guess that's fine. I guess I should probably share that. She kind of like looks around for a second, and she's, yeah, this is a little okay. I'll just. She holds out a hand and manifesting on the. I don't like this song either. I'm really having a hard time figuring out these tracks here. Nope, that doesn't work either.
Claudia keeps yelling at the DJ.
Distracting me so fucking much because I can't find the right song. I'm just going back to what I was running before. So she holds out a hand in front of her and manifesting her anima on the table between the two of you. You see a small skeletal dog with 3 heads. And yeah, like these deep kind of glowing red like coal set eyes. And she says, this is Pluto.
Oh my god! I love him!
Yeah, he's adorable. Not sure about the bees thing, but I guess you like dogs?
This is Vespa.
She just like manifests like the scarf hand and has it wave, and then like points it at Claudia, so that she can see the little bees that are like making up the shape of this thing.
Huh. That's cool. So it just like does bee stuff, I guess.
Yeah, kinda. They used to make honey, but they're busy doing other things now.
That's cool.
So what else can he do?
She's gonna like reach down and try and poke at little Pluto there.
Right. I don't really understand it. I kind of talked to Johan about it a little bit when I came into the group, because he said it has something to do with soul transference. I'm not really 100% on it, but basically he kind of jumps on people and I can I sort of jump in, like I take over them.
You can be other people?
Yeah.
That is,
yeah, it's pretty dope.
That's wild.
Yeah. So like I did it a couple of times. Like, I mean, I need some money, so I did it to like the clerk at the grocery store, and they slipped some bills into my into my bags and stuff, and then I started taking some other things, and then I got a little bit of trouble trying to sell those things, and then that's when the group found me. So yeah.
Forgive me. Like, I'm pretty sure that everybody in the group is like based off of like planets in the solar system, and like I really hope we're not putting like too much of a monkey wrench into this by like showing up and not being planets.
Oh, you're like the code names for like the anima set? Oh no. Yeah. That was really none of us really had names for this kind of stuff until we showed up. David sort of helped us with that. Actually, you're the kind of the first people that showed up that kind of already had like names for their things and kind of knew what their powers did. Well, a couple. It seems like it. I don't really. I guess we don't know what all of your friends do, but
Yeah, we kind of, I don't know, we've been friends or something for a while. Anyway, so
so what? So you're just does the bee things, and then I've seen with the dark hair, she asks weird questions. Penny, right? She does the whoosh thing behind her. I don't really know what that does. It's like the shadow thingy.
yeah, we don't really know what he does either. None of us really remember it when it happens.
So like it erases your memories or something.
Maybe. I don't know. It seems to affect the world too, though. So I guess it erases the memories of the world.
Right.
You ever meet Mercury? Not Mercury. Keanu. That's the guy.
No. No, actually, did you meet Keanu? He was kind of gone when I got it. Like, they've been looking for him for a bit. They keep talking about him. I never got a chance to meet him. How do you know Keanu?
Well, I met him one time. I was catering for this event, and he just happened to be there. But then he got chased out by a bunch of dogs.
Huh. No, all I know is they keep talking about him at the meetings and wondering where he's gone.
Okay. I
think
thought he
they're
might know
looking
you
for him.
guys, because it would seem weird for somebody else to have an anima that, like, whose name was Mercury and just not be involved with this sort of thing.
Right, because Mercury is a planet. That makes sense.
Yep. That's the reason I know him.
Make a charisma roll for me.
Oh, butts. All right, I have this thing open. I'm gonna do it. That's my anima. And charisma. 4.
Okay. Yeah, she just takes a drink. Says, "All right. I mean, that makes sense to me." Well, cool. I mean, it's good to get to know. And then there's the. So I know Piper's got the boombox thingy, the big robot, and the quiet guy.
Mhm.
He's got the like warrior thing. Like what?
I don't
is
think
it
Feng
doing-
has ever shown
Did
off.
he? I thought he showed his anima in the first. Did he not do that?
I have a pretty distinct memory that you actually manifested your anima.
I think you did. You didn't show if it say what your abilities were, but
Yeah,
I'm
True.
pretty
she
sure you
showed up.
manifested
Okay.
your anima.
I think we
in the
had to go
first
around
one.
and show it
Show
off.
it off, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we didn't
Yeah.
do anything with them.
Yeah. He's kind of broody. Reminds me a lot of Delilah, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's scary.
Well, his anima kind of reminds me of Sally's. You know, sort of like a person in armor and stuff.
Yeah, but Sally's not really that scary once you get to know her.
Really?
She just looks intimidating. Yeah, I mean, she like is the nicest person I've ever met. Like, wouldn't hurt a fly. Seriously.
All right.
I'm actually really surprised she's even in with this group with some of the other people that are in it. But, like, I mean, that's just her. Yeah, I was really freaked out when I first saw Mars for the first time. Like, big hulking dude, like, scared me too. But no, she's actually a big sweetie.
Yeah, Keanu kind of weirded me out a little bit. Like, he was talking about, like, wiping out the human race and killing
What?
people. Yeah. This, what, is that like, is that a thing that we,
No?
oh, good.
You sure he wasn't just like messing with you?
I hope not. I mean, I hope so. I'm confused.
Right. No. I mean, not as far as I know, but I mean, that'd be pretty nuts, right?
Super nuts. How long?
Yeah.
How long is Mercury with this group?
I don't know. They said that he'd been there for a little bit, though. I mean, they seem to all know him pretty well.
Did you guys all join at like? Did you get like your names in order, like from the sun?
What do you mean?
Well, like, was Mercury the first guy to join the group? Because Mercury's the first one in the order of like planets.
I'm not that good with astrology.
Oh. Yeah, me neither.
She says,
Are you a Virgo too? Virgos aren't good at astrology at all.
"No, Gemini."
Gemini, really? I don't know
Yeah.
what that means.
She says, "No, I don't think it's like that. I think it just kind of, I don't know. No, Will was with the group first. He's known David the longest, and otherwise, I think everyone else has been there for a while. I was the newest, obviously, but I don't. I think Mercury must have come in sometime before me, but after Johann. So it must have been like a few months at least.
That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. You want another drink?
Yes.
She goes to the bar and goes to get another drink. We're going to cut that conversation right here, and I want to do some of the other ones, and we can come back and loop around to that if you have more stuff you want to ask.
Oh, for sure. Come back when we're blasted.
Yeah. So Penny is going to talk to Will. Piper is going to talk to Sally. Let's do the Sally conversation with Piper, because I think that'll feed in a little bit more with what the conversation that just happened, and then we'll do Will, and then we'll end with Feng. So Piper, you have Sally's number. Do you also set up a hangout?
Yeah.
Where do you go? What do you do?
I mean, I guess to a bar. I don't really know where else to go. like a nice cocktail place
Okay. Quiet.
with booze.
Yeah. So we'll just cut to the two of you sitting in a booth. Each of you with, I think she's got a glass of whiskey. No, she's got like a whiskey sour is what she's got. And I assume Piper's drinking something like a martini. Or what's
Cosmo.
Piper's drinking? Cosmo, okay. And she says, I'm really glad we got a chance to do this. So what's up?
I mean, besides wanting to hang out with you.
Yeah, I mean, I admit I'm a little like freaked out right now. Like, I mean, I've been a fan of yours for a little while.
That's so
And
sweet.
like this is kind of nuts. So I mean, thank you. I mean, I've known that you were like, with Vega and all that. So like, this is really cool to find. It's like, getting to meet like almost like an idol, really.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean that sounds creepy. I didn't mean to be like creepy.
Oh
about it.
no,
Like, I'm
trust
sure
me,
you get
it's
that all the
fine.
time.
I've heard way creepier stuff from people.
So, but yeah, no, this is cool to hang out. I'm really glad to get to know more people. I mean, the rest of the group is a little old. I mean,
Yeah.
Johan's the one I'm kind of the closest to because he's the one that brought me in, but like he's kind of a little stuck up. He doesn't really get out much.
Well, I do. So.
Cool. She nervously takes a drink.
Yeah. Well, so you said, I mean, I hate to bring it up. You said you'd been a fan for a while. I mean, I've had Vega for a while. How long have you had Mars?
Pretty much since I was born.
Whoa, no way.
Well, as far as I know. I mean, since I was like a little kid.
Wow.
He wasn't always like tall, like big like that. Kind of got that way he used to be really small.
Oh, so you guys like grew up together.
Yeah, kind of.
That's awesome. Yeah. Vega didn't show up till I was like, I guess like 17.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's. I mean,
first
that
big
seems
show,
pretty common.
so it was kind of traumatizing.
I bet. Yeah, that's cool though. I mean, that seems pretty typical from what I've heard. Is most people didn't get theirs until they were already like adults. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I'm different.
You must be pretty special.
Yeah. Well, I had kind of a rough childhood. So I guess I just went through that kind of stuff, that stress early on, you know.
Yeah, totally. So,
But we don't have to talk about that kind of stuff. Anyway.
It's fine. I won't pry. So yeah, but I mean, now you have the system, right? It must be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like the first real family I've ever had, to be honest. I mean, I get along some of them better. Johan's kind of like a big brother to me. And I mean, David's like the coolest.
He's really cool.
I mean, again, like now that you're in it and someone like David's in it and stuff, like that's like big. I mean, next we're gonna have like Brad Pitt joining the group or something like that. It'd be
Are you
nuts.
comparing me to Brad Pitt?
I mean, kinda. Like you're a pretty big deal, and like David is you know, I mean, he's in like magazines and stuff. So
That's true. So how long have you been a part of the group?
like 6 months now.
What did you do before that?
I kind of moved around a bit. Never really. It just kind of drifted, you know.
Cool.
I kind of just ended up in Miami on, I don't know, fate or something.
Yeah. I didn't always live here either, so.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where were you from?
South Carolina.
Oh, cool.
Boring.
I was originally from Minnesota, so yeah.
Cool. So, question, I guess. I mean, you've been around for like 6 months. Do people in the system like kind of come and go, or people tend to stick
No.
around?
No, I mean everyone that's in it sticks around. Some people have like, I don't know, you could say like helpers, kind of like they like know other anime users that like aren't in the system but kind of help out with jobs. Like Stephanie has a lot of people that she works with.
Right, and Stephanie is.
Fuck, now I have to remember which one Stephanie is. Hold on. I'm gonna say it.
The businesswoman. Jupiter.
Right. The stuff.
She's the kind of like the boss bitch kind of.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
Yeah. I mean, she's super cool too, but doesn't really talk much. She kind of comes in, does her thing, leaves.
Oh, it's fair. I can respect that.
Yeah.
So people don't generally like leave
No.
the group.
No.
Because I just wondered, because like, I mean, obviously I get the theme, you know, like the system, and you know, I actually met a guy whose anima was also a planet, and so I was just wondering, like, if maybe he had come and gone, but if people don't really leave, it was probably just a coincidence. Oh, what was his name? Kevin. No. Keanu.
Oh, you met Keanu?
Yeah, you could say that.
I know that. He was yeah, we haven't seen Keanu in a long time. He is a member of the system. He's been kind of AWOL for a few weeks now, at least.
Yeah, that makes sense.
David's got Delilah looking for him, seeing if she can suss out where he is. But he's kind of weird. Was really obsessed with his band, and
Yeah, I kind of got that impression.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess we met him like briefly. It was weird. Do you remember the band jam a while
Yeah.
back? They were supposed to play. They ended up not getting it to play. He kind of freaked out. That's how I know him. Industry stuff.
That's kind of Keanu, that he had a very short fuse about that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you had to see that side of him. He's really not that bad of a dude.
Well, see, that's actually what I wanted to ask you about. Because if he is part of the system, I mean, obviously he's like taken off or whatever, but he said some like really, really kind of heinous stuff.
Like what?
I don't really know how to put it sensitively. It was kind of like a anima user superiority thing.
Right. Yeah.
And like killing all humans.
That was kind of as far as I know. He had a talk with David about that. There was kind of a disagreement between him, almost like pretty much before he left, between him and David about a couple of things, and they had a long conversation about some stuff. He kept talking in our meetings, saying some kind of fucked up shit like that, and so we had to talk, and I think figured that's not a thing, as far as I know.
Well, I mean, as far as the last time I saw him, which I guess was a couple of weeks ago, still seems to think it's a thing.
Well, like I said, I mean, he had a talk with David. They sorted out whenever you saw him. It must have been before all of this, so
Are you sure that's not why he ran off?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to ask him, and I don't know where he is.
I mean, no, it's kind of grim, but like, are you sure it's just him that thinks that way? I mean, I know obviously you don't, and like David, obviously cool, but like, he had to have friends in the group, right? Like, are you sure he's the only one?
I mean, he was kind of a loner. I mean, he wasn't really like great friends with anyone in the group. I can't think of anyone that would be like that. Like I said, I mean, Stephanie's kind of a hard ass, and Delilah, I mean, even more so. But they're chill. They just kind of do their own thing, and but like I mean, no, nobody thinks that kind of stuff.
I mean, somebody does.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, we all want to do our own thing and like explore our own options, and we all want to see like, you know, helping David and with the stuff he told you about the last time with this like whole Zodiac thing and like the, you know, like the keys and all that. Like we're all helping with that, and the plan is to make things better and to like, I mean, we're like superheroes pretty much. I mean, we're trying to like make the world better with our like powers and stuff. So
I know.
David's gonna do that.
You really believe in him, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, he like turned my life around. I said I didn't really have anything before I came into the system.
That's really sweet. So like, I mean, you say like things are gonna be like better, and he wants to make stuff better with whatever the keys and stuff are. You have any idea what they do?
Not really. But that's like secret, like high level stuff. I mean, I assume only he and like Will and like Delilah know about any of that. So
Are you sure? Nobody's told you anything? No, like, weird code words or, like, locations or something?
make a charisma check.
Four?
4. She says, no, I mean, honestly, what I know is that David has sort of a vision for how, I mean, dude like gives millions of dollars to charity and stuff and throws all his money at like, you know, cancer research and all that kind of stuff. And like, I mean, he talks about all the time, but like the money can only do so much. And the powers that we have are like cool and all, and we can do a lot of good with that, but we could do even more if we had access to the kind of power that, you know, these things that David is trying to get. So he says like that is gonna help get us to like that next level.
So you think it's gonna, like, power him up?
I don't know about him or just like,
Or us? Like, ultra powers instead of superpowers?
no, it's just like the people, like the stuff that is like locked up with the keys, like those people are gonna help.
Right.
Like I said, that's like big picture stuff. I mean, it's a little crazy, obviously, and like it sounds nuts. I know. I didn't really believe it either, but seeing the kind of stuff that David has done and seeing like his dedication to it, you kind of have to start believing. Right?
I guess.
So I want to cut this scene here for right now. And I want to go to Penny. Penny, you had Will, I think, just invite, if you call Will and you email to try to set up this meeting, he just gives you his address and he's like, I'm too old to go anywhere. I'm not going to go out to drinks. So like, just come to my place. I can show you the paintings that you're looking at. And so you
And he
head
goes,
over there.
oh, I should have invited him for drinks. Oh, okay.
So you find Will's place, which is a small, just cramped walk-up apartment near downtown. A small little studio apartment in a pretty rough area of town. And as you come in, you knock on the door and you hear the latch on the other side open, and he opens it up and you can see inside. You just see paintings and stuff like lying everywhere, like on shelves and on tables, and you can see a big tarp across the floor near the window where he's got another easel set up and is working on something else, and has other like canvases that are hanging from lines across that are currently drying. Looks like he does a lot of like puts out a lot of work, and it's good stuff too. It's like really well done, a little bit weird, a little bit abstract, but really good work. And he as he opens the door, he's got his like a white shirt on with a little bit like kind of paint stains on it, old stains that look like they've been washed out, and some fresh, and is clearly like just put out a cigarette by the door, and says, "Oh, you're here.
Hi.
Hey, Penny,
These
right?
are-
Yeah,
These are really well done.
thanks." I closes the door. If you want to buy any, I can sell you some pretty cheap, but
Quite cheap.
just no one's buying them except for David, who does his part. But I'm not gonna ask for handouts from him. Just anyway, what's up?
I just thought maybe I could look at the paintings that.
Oh, right, paintings. I got him back here, and he heads to the back of the room. Opens up like there's like a little storage closet which he pulls open and kind of rummages some things out. Pulls out a couple two paintings that are covered with like wrapped in a blanket. He unfolds it, sets one to the side, and it's painting you recognize. It's the one with the turtle and the key and the star. Sets that to the side, takes the other one which you haven't seen. He puts that one out, and this one is very different from the other. It is like a painting of a kind of the corner of a building with a looks like a stone, some sort of sandstone, and kind of wrapping around the side of the building, almost like melting down it. You see a street sign, and it is in a language that you don't recognize.
Does it look similar to the language that the scroll was in that I didn't recognize?
No, this looks like Arabic.
Do you do the paintings, or does your anima do the paintings?
I do them. With some sort of inspiration, I guess you could say.
Does your anima talk to you, or does it just show you things?
It doesn't really talk. No, it just kind of shows me stuff. I can show you. He holds out a hand, and you see sort of materializing at the center of the room a large circular object, a wheel. Looks like it's made of stone, and is engraved across the side of it with this like gold or like embossing to it, like a filigree set into the engravings, into 12 segments of the wheel. You see the symbols of the zodiac.
Why do you call your anima Uranus if your anima is the zodiac?
I didn't really give it its name. That was David. He said it reminded him of something. Painting, I guess. Apparently there's some symbology behind it or something. I don't know. But either way, I've had it for a while now. Since I was 20. Never really knew what it was. Just kind of followed me around. Thought I was going nuts. But yeah. Just sort of looms there.
Omega 2. He just showed up this year.
Huh. I don't know what to say. Congratulations or condolences that you ended up in all of this.
I don't know either. It's really interesting, though.
Well, you can take pictures if you want them.
How long have you known David?
Oh, right. About 10 years now.
You asked me a question. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Why is someone like you getting involved in all this? I mean, you seem smart, driven. It's like you think you said you're a student. I don't know. You talked a lot when we met the last time. Why are you getting yourself involved with all this? Falling around a pop star and ended up with a group like this.
It wasn't on purpose.
Well, I guess that's as good a reason as any. Fate sort of has its funny eccentricities.
Why did you end up here?
Because I had to talk to David. I painted him a while back.
Like, not on purpose?
Yeah, like a vision, I guess.
How do you figure out your visions? Do you talk to your anima, or do you just look at them like for a while like a puzzle?
Like I said, Uranus doesn't really talk. It just sort of looms.
Have you tried talking to him?
Yeah, I've... No response. And after 40 some odd years of it, sort of stopped trying.
Do you think you'd talk to another anima?
Hasn't so far.
Bamf out Omega.
Omega manifests and Will watches, kind of takes a step back, like appraising, looking over, says, I think it's pretty sinister.
He doesn't talk much.
Well, we have that in common.
Omega, this is Uranus. Uranus, this is Omega.
Inky black mist forms into a hand.
This stone wheel at the center of the room, just kind of slightly hovering off the ground and just slowly spinning, as the entire time you've been having this conversation, just continues to slowly turn. Like I said, it doesn't really talk. It's not really like the other ones, you know.
It's really not.
Anyway, yeah, I found David. I painted him, and well, I had to talk to him after what I saw. So,
What did you see?
I saw him die. Well, I painted him dying.
That's really scary.
Yeah, I was worried about it, so I brought him the painting. Sort of explained things, expecting him to kick me out of my ass. Didn't even think he'd take my call, to be honest. Set up a meeting at his house, went and talked to him, showed him the painting, and he believed me. Which was, it was surprising. And he asked for the painting, paid me for it, paid me more money than I'd had in my entire life, and asked me if, asked if we could stay in touch. We've sort of been with this ever since. Then he talked about the system, and he asked me if I'd joined, and I said yes, as long as I wouldn't have to do too much. And he said I just needed to keep doing what I'd been doing, which was painting and selling the paintings to him that he thought were interesting.
Do you like doing the paintings?
I like creating things. I like some of them.
Which one's your favorite?
He actually heads over to his coffee table, and he pulls out he pulls out like a small magazine, which he opens up and hands over to you, and you can see in the magazine there's an article. It's an older magazine, probably from about 8-9 years back, and there's an article in it about a mural in downtown Miami, where and it has a little expose on the artist and stuff, and the article's about Will.
Have I seen the mural before?
Yeah, I'd say you probably had. You've probably seen it around. It's a pretty big spot on the side of like a parking garage downtown, and it's big and colorful and like optimistic and beautiful, and like it definitely is something that like probably is caught in your mind. You've seen it probably heading to like the University of Miami campus. He says it's about the only thing that I've ever gotten recognition for, and it's the only one I can't sell. So
I see this one every day when I go to school.
Well, it's about the one I'm most proud of. So
It's hopeful.
thank you.
Just stating fact.
I appreciate the honesty then. Here. And he walks over and he heads to a corner of the room where he picks up a small canvas. This one's maybe about like 5 or like 10 by 15, like it's pretty small. And he says, I don't know why, but this one sort of reminds me of you. Here, you can have it. It's a dark colored canvas. This almost looks like a starry night sky, and actually, like from the right angle, under the wrong light, like it almost looks like just like solid painted black. But under the right lighting, you see there's some like a deep sort of silver color to it. You can see the reflection of some like several stars throughout it, and kind of this swirling like cosmos that's hidden within that you can only see like at the right angle. And he says, probably not going to sell that one either. So here, you can have it.
She actually smiles. Like, it's weird.
He's a little off put by it.
It's Omega.
Sure. Yeah. That's as good a name for it as any.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you want to come by again, you're welcome anytime. I'll make sure I have coffee next time. How about that?
I'll bring bagels.
Sounds good. Well, I'll let you get going then, and lets you leave. We'll cut that scene there, and finish up with Feng. So, Feng, what are you doing?
He's stopped off at an Asian mart to procure some supplies. Popped back to the North Star, and flips the open sign to closed.
Okay. Flip the sign, lock the door. What do you do?
He's gonna head upstairs. Well, grab some glasses from the cabinet, head upstairs, and pour himself and his grandfather some wine.
Oh, thanks. Here, turn off the TV. What's up, boy?
About that big brain idea I had earlier.
Right. Which was?
Hot swap Tortoise.
Right. You know that's like not. I'm still not 100% sold on this.
If we need more information about the Mirage and the giant ass tower in the middle of it, we need to look back, and we don't have enough records.
So you wanna all right. You want to contact and summon one of our more distant relatives.
See if we can't pinpoint one of them who's dealt with Constantine or his family before. But that's a lot.
Yeah. You know, Feng, You're the keeper of Tortoise now. It's ultimately your call what you want to do. Exploring your own abilities, but I don't know.
Worst case scenario, how soon can you get Tammy down here? Or was it Jessica? I can't keep track.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. All right, you seem like you got your mind set, so I'm not gonna be able to talk you out of it. Let's get this ready then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll get the stuff from downstairs, and he gets up out of his chair, sort of back creaking, and heads, gets the stuff. So you're talking about doing the kind of setting up this incense. Like how are you envisioning this ritual?
So it's a combination of different things. There is the gold inlaid ornate incense burner that they put in traditional incense. He grabs a white powder from one of the cabinets. I did research. It's realgar, which is partially arsenic, but Chinese lore, it's used to banish evil spirits and part of the whole yin philosophy of things.
Okay.
Yeah. So part of the ritual is painting on the necessary spells onto his body and then drinking down that wine like it was some sort of Kool-Aid.
Okay. So you
Small amounts is okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts to meditate to try and reach out to one of the past ancestors.
I want you. Oh boy. Okay. think of how we're going to resolve this. I just want you to roll your anima's power.
Okay. 4.
Okay. You down the mixture, slowly imbibing it, and I think you almost immediately feel this, like, your stomach sort of seize as it happens, like your body knows it's had something that's not supposed to, but you're in this meditative state, and you're like, you sort of embrace this like warm sort of burning sensation, like this flame in the pit of your stomach, and you begin to focus on that, and I think as you do, you see Black Tortoise sort of materializing in front of you, standing there, imposing in her heavy armor. And I think she just looks at you very, like, in a very focused way as your eyes close. And you feel that warmth in your stomach sort of spreading through your body. And as it sort of overtakes you and you feel that warmth, you find it sort of like focusing along your skin and along the side of your face, under your legs, which are pressed up against the hard shop floor. And then you begin to feel this another sensation, like something hitting the side of your face with a small gust of wind, like sand on your skin, and you open your eyes to the blinding desert sun. As you look out and you see surrounding you in all directions this rolling dunes of sand, as you kneel down on a small stone platform, and you see some great stone obelisk jutting out over the sands to the to your left. And then riding along the dunes on a horse, you see essentially Black Tortoise. As she stops before you once again and looks down on your small form, not a amorphous spiritual sort of quasi-corporeal entity, but a solid, living, breathing person.
Where exactly am I?
And she draws her weapon. And that's where we're going to end our session for tonight. Yeah, that's what we're going to call it, because I need to write some stuff and I need to send that stuff to Vivi, because I want this scene to be played out with Feng and the real Black Tortoise. So I'm not going to try to voice that. So yeah. Good session, guys. Lots of drama. Still no fighting. You guys are so peaceful in all of this, and I haven't expected that at all.
There's about to be some fighting.
So much of this game, I've been ready for you guys to fight people, and you continue to surprise me by being very diplomatic and researching and thoughtful in the things you do. Up until the point that you get the item and you start rollerblading out of the building. But yeah, I appreciate your guys' patience and sticking with me. I don't normally... I'm going to change the music so it's something not as quite as dramatic. Has real issues with my DJ work today. I don't normally do these like individual scenes and make you guys sit there so long without having to talk, but there was so much to work out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I don't like to do so much talking, even as the GM, but I really appreciate that. You guys asked a lot of good questions, got a lot of good information, and Feng poisoned himself. So sure,
He knows the ratio.
I mean, he slightly poisoned himself, just a moderate poisoning. Let's do our end of session XP, and then we'll call it. So, number one question: did you participate in the session? You all did. Everyone marks an XP. Number two: did you use your anima's abilities to overcome an obstacle, challenge, or threat? A couple of you didn't use. Did anyone use their anima abilities today?
I just did a key
so.
reading.
Popped him out, but
We did. Vivi preemptively used her anima abilities to overcome a challenge. I'd count that.
I dropped a B.
You did. Did you solve a mystery or save someone from danger?
I am in danger.
You put yourself in danger. Can't take XP for that, but you did sort of, well, you have more mysteries. I don't know if we solved any of them.
Who the Black Hat people are.
true. We know who they are now.
Okay, you did name those people. Sure, I'll take that. I want you guys to level up. I want to give you XP, so I'll take one for that too. Did you learn something important or find something valuable? You did learn some important things.
Lots of important things.
True
Yeah, you learned
friendship.
things about the true meaning of friendship, and how the real treasure was the friends you made along the way.
I have a running list of the system now. It's great.
Yeah. You learned some things about your coworkers. That's always good.
Finally figuring out the fuck was going on with Mercury.
Yeah. And did you have any complications because of your virtue, vice, or drive?
Yep.
I'm assuming that was in some way you tied into your virtue, vice, or drive thing. So
I'm
that
reckless.
works. Oh yeah, that works. Anyone else have any?
I got yelled at for asking too many questions.
You did.
I also got yelled at for asking too many questions.
You also did.
But you like to be the center of attention.
It's
Yeah,
true.
And
So
I
that
got
counts.
yelled at for it.
There
That's
you
true.
go.
Yes.
I continued to not sleep.
You
But it
did
hasn't put you
continue
into
to
any
not
trouble
sleep.
yet.
Hasn't it?
How many AP are you at right now?
I have 4.
Oh
She's just been in a-
Oh no.
Really, what Wings has figured out an XP, a hack for this game where she's been continuously putting herself into this persistent complication by not sleeping. But yeah, I'd count all of those for you guys. You're doing good work.
Amazing.
Fantastic. Nobody, I assumed, hit level 4 with that. I assume
Not
most of
yet.
you are probably halfway
About there,
to.
yeah.
I'm at 6.
Okay. Very cool. Okay, you said you're at 6 for a moment. I was like, you're at level 6? What?
I'm at level 6.
Holy shit. I'm gonna go take out Delilah single-handed now. Excuse me.
6
Yeah.
XP.
Please excuse. Yeah, our next session will be on the the 26th.
Oh man.
So everyone come join us for that. I hope everyone has a fantastic holiday. In the meantime, whatever that holiday might be, I hope you enjoy it, even if it's just hanging out by yourself, watching TV, not socializing. Please don't go to parties.
I would encourage you to hang out by yourself.
Yes, or with the people you are quarantining with. That's our message here at GGK. Don't be a disease vector at this time of the year, please. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. Thank you all, to my lovely players.
Don't get off your soapbox. We're gonna need that soap.
I'm getting off it, so you can have it.
Oh, thanks.
All right,
Okay.
we're done with the puns. thank you everyone for to my lovely players once again for being here and being amazing as always. Thank you everyone out there for watching. Thank you for the bits in the chat. I saw that from GB. Very much appreciate that. We will see everyone tomorrow for Slang 101 at 4 o'clock Eastern time. And until our next session, good game, happy holidays, and good night, Internet.